cha, boom, boom, cha, boom, cha. Boom, boom. Now listen up, all you big cat lovers with your snacks in your face and your feet under the covers. It's time to hear a story, so sit your butt down because Derek's gonna walk you all around the compound. Yeah.
Gonna be a lot of this in today's. Gonna be a lot of this in today's cast because we just got done feeding. So there's probably going to be some perturbed kitty cats. All right, let's get going. All right, Melissa, here's the thumbnail for this one. Wait. Almost kind of like I'm like not believing what I'm seeing. I'm just going. I'm like. Over my ear, please. Jeepers. Down here. Ugh. What do I? I don't want to look like a dork, do I? Hello, all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Oh my gosh, it's castception. And my sunglasses right there, right? Let's go see what Mikas are up to. Oh, I'm so zoomed in. Mika, don't you roll. Not yet. Rolls. I love rolls. Some butter, some garlic, some cheese, some pepperoni, pizza rolls. Love pizza rolls. Hi, Ezzie. You don't have to come. Yeah, she's got like her. It's a conflicting kind of thing because she wants to come over and say hi, but she keeps looking at her meat. I don't want to make it seem like I'm going to try to come take a hi sugar pie, and then I don't want to go over there. Also, because then she'll get even more confused, and then she might get angry, and it just doesn't. It's unnecessary. But if she just decides to come over here, that's fine too. We won't stay too long because then she might start getting antsy and anxious about leaving her meat. Especially with that one around. She's doing sharky stuff. Is she doing sharky stuff? Okay. Nice sharks. Oh, look at them. See, they do have those moments too. That's nice. Hello, Mr. Bob. Hi. Oh, who's this? There's a kitty. We're in the wind tunnel too, so it doesn't. Apologies for that. Is there a cat gonna come jumping down? I don't want to stay here too long. Hi, mister. Hi, big guy. Hi, Mr. Bob. Hi, Mr. Bob. Hey, Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob. Yeah, it is Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob. Good boy. Yeah, I gotta go. Losing daylight. And what a difference. What a difference like 10 minutes makes, 15 minutes makes when it's like this. Yeah, we're making good time. Making fine time with feed. Probably just started a little bit too late. But that's on me. Hey. Okay. Go back to your food. Go back to your food. I just was trying to look over at Mr. Zoo. Okay. All right, fine. That was like a very like I'm not happy that you're here, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to be polite. I'll be polite, but please go away. Very British. Cows in the next field they're saying stuff, they're saying words. Sorry. I have to walk this way. I mean, I don't have to, but I'm choosing to walk this way. Please, may I have safe passage? This right here is these enclosures in this one. This is Liver Cat Row. It's what we call it around here. Everyone knows Liver Cat Row. Totally didn't just make it up. But this is the row of enclosures where during feed times, if we have enough liver, quality liver, then these cats are going to be recipients because they're old. Liver is OPF. Well, I guess OKF. Old kitty food. But then you could just say, like, people. Cats are people too. It sounds like a bumper sticker. Let's see if we can make it by Princess without her growling at us one time. I have a good feeling. I think that we'll be able to. Okay. Okay, that's two. There's two girls. That was three girls. It was kind of like a half growl. Okay, so it was 3.5 times. There was 3.5 times more growling than I was expecting. A 350% margin of error. It's funny because put a carcass in there, and they make quick work. They basically not quick work of the carcass, but it's like they chomp really, really quick, get a bunch of meat in their gut, and then because we like when I say that we just got done feeding, meaning like Jessica had driven the tractor away. Maybe like 45 seconds before I started recording. Hi. Now granted, they got their carcass. They were one of the first cats to get fed. In fact, they actually were the first group of cats to get fed. And feeding takes what time is it right now? 7:49. We started a little bit after 6, so it took about like an hour and 20, hour and 30, something like that. Irregardless. Sometimes it's a little strange whenever you still come to the realization, oh yeah, that people do watch these, and Heidi was talking to a friend of Care, former volunteer. Well, I guess current volunteer, but she's had to take a bit of a sabbatical recently. And like, they're talking on the phone, and she just had like a kid. And I walk in the room, and all I hear is just like, oh, my baby, 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 my baby. And I'm just like, all right, yeah. I remember her. And then, I was like, oh, Derek's here. And then such and so person is just like, my baby, hey, Derek, hey, my baby. Not saying like I'm the baby, but it's basically still like shoving in references to her baby like in the middle of our conversation. Super annoying, but it is what it is. She's like, hey, been watching the casts, my baby, and and she said that your beard looks good, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. She's like, that means she's like more up to speed. Joe? Am I yes? Well, thank you. Whoa. Okay. Went to a barber next town over, but Mike, one of those more more like youthful and hip type places where it's just like it's a barber shop, but then they also have like cards or things on the wall like, hey, like follow this particular barber on Snapchat, like one of those types of places. I liked it. Because I actually I went to just like regular old barber. Like the last time I went to go get my hair cut. And you have to understand, I'm relatively new to facial hair world. I had to, 20 years in the Air Force. We have some pretty strict grooming standards. Granted, some people would have like shaving waivers, but you still had to maintain like a certain length. You couldn't have like you couldn't actually grow like a beard. Like as time goes on, there's like more like religious exemption type things. But, for 20 years, I was never able to grow, anything like that. And before I joined, I was just simply unable to grow anything like that. It wasn't until like maybe, I don't know. I had like different bits and patches here and there where it's like, yeah, that's actually, I mean, I can have somewhat of a kind of a mustache and maybe like a, kind of a goatee kind of thing. And then I can have some sideburns. But then there's like a lot of weird real estate in between some of those major plot points. And that's kind of, yeah. So high school, I had, a lot of Wolverine chops, and which was the style at the time. But only like in the last, like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years did I realize like, oh no, I'm actually able to like, grow stuff. which is great. Which is great. Because there's a lot of guys, it's just they don't have that. It's just not a thing. They forever have they forever have like a diminished beard and / facial hair aptitude. No, I'm not, I know I got that stuff up there. Life is compromise. Nature, it's like, hey, you want this stuff? You got to let some of that stuff go. I think that's what, nature's checklists, checks and balances. But yeah, some guys, they go a long time. One of the funniest guys, great guy that I was stationed with, Joey Burner. He, so the thing with like, okay, so within like the Air Force guidelines for the longest time, it's like couldn't have a mustache that went, past like the end of like your lip line. They actually have like in like recent years, they actually kind of like made it a little bit to where you can kind of sort of poke around so it doesn't look completely like douchey. And then it's like there's like the length that can't go like below like certain like where your lip line is, but with anything that you can grow from like here to here to here, it's like that's fair game for the most part. And it's most of the time it's going to be reserved for people who actually can grow mustaches. Or Joey Burner couldn't grow a mustache, but he didn't care. He's like, no, it's the rules, it's the regs, I'm gonna do it. And it's literally, he had just like a little bit, some pubes like over here and some pubes like over here, and just like kind of like a couple like just like individual stray. He knew that it bothered people. And that's what made him love it. So he would just sit there like if he had a briefing and just and I'm just like, this kid's great. He's also from Wisconsin, so yeah. But there was actually, okay, so then there was like a weird patch of years where I still, okay, there was still a weird patch of years where, like, if I'd be on leave and things would start kind of sprouting in my face, it still was a bit kind of patchy. wasn't great. Wasn't coming in super duper. So I knew that things like, oh yeah, like it's not all there. And I was losing my hair. So it's just like, double nuts. Can't I have at least one, please? But then as I aged and became more mature, those little squirrely bits of real estate started to, they started to fill in. That's a joyous day in a guy's life. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh. I forgot. He got ahead. Yeah, Slade's just, like ahead. He's ahead of the rest. Pulling ahead of the pack. That's what it meant. Pulling ahead of the competition. All right, Choo Choo, we're gonna end it on you, bud. Can you come over and say hi? Choo Choo? Choo Choo in his field of flowers? Choo Choo in the flowers? Choo Choo in the gang. Then the album's name is Bed of Flowers. And then it's like the type of rock that was kind of happening like right before Sgt. Pepper's come out. So it's like 60s, but not like 60s, like not like a lot of the stuff that we knew. Not like a lot of the psychedelic-y type stuff. Still kind of like happy-go-lucky poppy. So those kind of beats, but then Ezra would just This is his lyrics. Choo Choo and the Gang's debut album, Bed of Flowers, is the worst performing album in the history of this entire label. Yes, I know that you guys would buy it. It's like I was gonna be like, I would buy it. Yes, you would, but no one, like, it wouldn't. I don't think it would really hit the charts. I don't think it would chart. All right. Thanks for watching this episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hashtag Dorpus Award in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for all of your big cat goodness. And if you want to learn more about the facility around me, you can always visit the website, carerescuetexas.com, for more information. You keep those tigers fed. Big shout out to the extra fancy patrons. I see you. You are so fancy. And thank you so much for your continued support. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Monkey's buttered toast. Munchie saw a ghost. Mika weighs the most.